Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. I apologize that the videos have been very slow coming as of late. Work has been quite demanding from a mental and emotional standpoint, so it leaves me with not a whole lot of time and energy really to devote to videos. And as a result, if you're not uploading a lot of videos frequently and you're not answering all the comments and using the new features like shorts, YouTube essentially kind of slowly starts killing your channel. So I'm actually at a point where I'm actually losing more followers than I'm gaining, and it's kind of hard to watch, something you've spent the last 8 or 9 years devoting yourself to in at least a part-time, maybe even full-time fashion, just kind of slowly start to die. So I have a lot of thoughts on that. That's not the purpose of this video, but if I had to describe the last 9 years of extreme active involvement in this community, I would probably describe it as enriching. And I don't mean from a monetary standpoint, in fact it's quite the opposite, but from an experience standpoint, it's been very enriching. The interactions I've had with the tools that have been made, pocket knives and watches, but also with the people as well. So anyways, let's get into what the purpose of this video is, which is to show you guys some of the new stuff that has come in as of late that hasn't made it to my YouTube channel. A lot of this has been posted on Instagram, but I realized that not everyone here on YouTube has an Instagram or wants an Instagram or follows me on Instagram, so I thought I would just show you guys some new things that have come in over, well, quite honestly, the last couple of months, and again, not a whole lot of time or energy to do videos. So we're going to go ahead and go through this quickly because there's 13 different things and I need to keep this video under 15 minutes. So the first of which is actually this gorgeous kitchen knife from a maker named Shane Atwood. I've owned several knives from him over the years, including this Rhino folder here, which is just an incredible work of art. But he is a Utah maker. I used to live local-ish too. And I saw him building this piece and just messaged him and said, how much? And give me that. So he had a custom snap made. This is sterling silver. The sheath is elephant ear and it's lined with kangaroo leather. Everything is ethically sourced. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are quite a few different elephant sanctuaries. When an animal passes of natural causes, they will go through and essentially kind of harvest the leather, even the tusks sometimes, and sell them through a permit system, and all that money goes back to the sanctuary to take care of the living animals. So again, let's not get it twisted here, but just an absolutely gorgeous kitchen knife here. The steel is a Dion Damascus Sanmai steel with copper banding and a 52-100 core. Just absolutely stunning. Hopefully the lighting is adequate here to show you what this piece of steel looks like. The handle is done with fat carbon, copper, snakeskin bolsters, and then we have some, what is this, two-tone curly koa wood, and then we have some decorative copper pins holding it together. So just an incredible work of art. My wife has been pestering me to hurry and do a video with this one so that she can start using it in the kitchen, but just an absolutely stunning kitchen knife, really thin blade stock. I don't have all the measurements, not the purpose of this video, but I just thought I would show you guys this gorgeous, gorgeous kitchen knife. So obviously not inexpensive, but that is okay. Just really thrilled to pick up work from Shane essentially whenever I can, and this one is now gonna go to the kitchen. My wife will be ecstatic. Alright, some other new stuff. I've got two new out the front automatics from Guardian Tactical. This one just picked up this last week here. It is, and I hope that the camera can do this justice, but it's this beautiful kind of Merlot red hard anodized aluminum scale here, and it's done with their Tonto blade. It has a hollow ground tip and a flat ground primary bevel, and it slices beautifully. Obviously this type of grind isn't ideal for puncturing necessarily with a thinner tip like that, but this thing slices and does everyday carry tasks beautifully. So really been loving this one. This here is kind of the pinnacle of Guardian Tactical out the front automatics. This is a custom build, and it was hand ground by Reese Wyland, who's a custom maker, I think out of Florida. And we've got the carbon fiber inlays. All the steel has been bronzed, which is a heat treat process to give it this beautiful bronze color. Hardware as well. They did it to the stainless steel insert plate here, and then even the titanium pocket clip was bronzed as well. So this is really just kind of the pinnacle. They only made 6 in this configuration, and then I think another 6 where they didn't bronze everything. It was just left satin. And yeah, these are like over 500, 525, but I had been wanting to get kind of one of their custom build OTS for a while, so really happy to have that one. Alright, moving along, because we have to go at a higher speed here. This just came in, but this is a slip joint from PMP Knives, and it's called the Harmony. And it is a nice little titanium slip joint with fairly thin blade stock, M390 steel. The handles have some really wonderful texture overall. And then we have a deep carry wire clip here that's reversible. So just a really nice slip joint. As you can imagine, the handle's a little bit heavier in comparison to that thin blade stock here. So the point of balance is pretty far back. But if you're looking for more of kind of a premium slip joint and you want it to feel really quality with like a nice titanium handle, I think that the PMP Harmony here is probably a good way to go. And I think the manufacturing for this was done by Maxace, but it's really well done. The grinds are great, good ergonomics, and again, I really love kind of this mill texture pattern that they employed. So nice half stop, pretty decent walk and talk, not too difficult to open. Pocket clip, obviously being this long, kind of wiggles a little bit, but I'll forgive it. So that's a new one that came in. Alright, moving along. I've had this one for a while, and I just don't think it's been in video. Maybe it has, and if it has, I apologize. But this is the Lionsteel Gitano, which means gypsy. And you know, when I lived in Italy, they called them zingaros, but perhaps that's an offensive term. The lines are absolutely gorgeous on this knife, and Lionsteel does a really good job with slip joints. But you know, again, the Navaja style, just the lines just speak to me. It's something that I am absolutely in love with. So as far as slip joints go, this is probably one of the most beautiful that I've ever seen, again based on my personal preference. So I don't think it was too expensive either. It was like $150-ish maybe. Again, they're not horribly expensive. Blade steel's Nylox. It's got a nice pocket clip that works really well. So you know, if you want a slip joint but something a little more stylized, I think this one's really, really nice. So it's got a really strong spring too, so just be prepared. Alright, moving along. This one has not been in video. I've owned quite a few Shirogorovs over the years, but this is one that's finally going to stick around. This is the F3NS, and it's done with the purple carbon fiber. And they actually did a matching pocket clip, which and backspacer. So it's all purple, matches perfectly, and action absolutely beautiful. I think they did thin out the handles a little bit from the prior F3 models, and that makes this a lot more carryable to me. The F3s before felt really kind of thick and wide in the pocket, and maybe it's been so long that I forgot, but this feels perfect. Action is perfect. Kind of everything that you want in a Shirogorov distilled to this beautiful liner lock roller that runs on bearings here. So great, I mean, again, great job, and this will be one that will finally stick around. And hopefully I'll pick up a custom division maybe later this year. We'll see if I make it to a show. Okay, this one was one that I had coveted for a while, but this is the Rockstead Higo2 GS, which stands for gold silver, because if we look at the frame, it's been, you know, heat colored or heat anodized from a gold, and it transitions into a silver towards the front of the handle, and I just think that is just gorgeous and classy. Beautiful carbon fiber on the front, no exposed hardware. You know, pocket clip works just fine. I have no qualms, but just a absolutely gorgeous thumb stud knife here from Rockstead. Now, if you're looking for a Rockstead, personally I would still recommend the Shin as probably the best one to get as your first Rockstead. The problem is, as I was looking online, it appears like everyone is out of stock on the Shin, so I am somewhat afraid that this model has been discontinued. I'm not sure, but that would really be a pity because I think this is the quintessential Rockstead with the ray skin inlays and amazing ergonomics. And it is, you know, it is one of the less expensive models, you know, 1200 versus 1500, but again, huge Rockstead fan, although the Shin will probably always be my favorite. So if you have been on the fence or thinking about getting one, now would be the time, because if they're out of stock or stop making it, discontinued, again, that would be a travesty. So this one's amazing too, but again, I would just recommend this one. The action on this one, like out of the box, is just incredible. It's one of the few knives where I would say it feels hydraulic. That term's overused. This one is still breaking in. Again, I'm really happy with it, but it has taken a really long time to break in here to get, you know, really nice and smooth, whereas this one just out of the box blew my mind. So Rockstead stuff. What do we have next? The Cancept, what is this? The Mujir. A Dirk Pinkerton design, beautiful Persian-esque style blade. It's a front flipper. They're doing a really good job in terms of manufacturing. I think this is a nice design. They're right in between Kaiser, where they left, you know, and WE knives. So they occupy that space, although their prices are a little bit closer to Kaiser, so that's nice. But yeah, just a really nice overall design, really nice front flipper. The action's pretty good. Not the best that I felt, but you know, for the money, I think there's a lot to like here. They even did some Timascus-esque, I think that's a trademark term, but you guys know what I'm saying, some Timascus-ish type bolsters here on this black frame. So yeah, just a nice design. They continue to do good things, so there's that one. What do we got next? Oh, some custom scales. So I do like, again, huge carbon fiber fan, but I like, you know, adding carbon fiber and some other things to some of my knives. The ZT0393, upgraded this one with this, I think, Arctic Blast, might be fat carbon, I can't remember. These came from a company called Sharp Dress Knives. Maybe I have shown this in a video. Again, I apologize if I have, but then I recently grabbed some more of this. This is the copper snakeskin carbon fiber. You guys just saw that on the kitchen knife, but added it to my Hinderer 3.5 XM18 Bowie, where I ground off the flipper tab. So yeah, just a gorgeous type of carbon fiber. Apparently I collect carbon fiber as much as knives these days. Alright, moving along, because this is getting a bit long-winded. We have the Begg Knives Mandera. Begg Knives is, without a question, one of my favorite companies. Their knives, albeit expensive, are still highly underrated for the quality that they put out. And I love this knife, but at the same time it makes me really sad because they have not been producing any folders as of late, and hopefully they get back to it, but I'm not sure. They've been focusing on kitchen knives and some other things, but again, expensive, somewhat known, but highly underrated for the fit and the finish and the quality that their California custom shop has put out. So honestly, works of art kind of in the tactical folding knife genre. I can't say enough good things about these knives that come from Begg Knives of California. So whether it's the Astio, the Mandera here, I'll get a California custom shop bodega eventually, but yeah, love these knives. The fact they're not being produced right now makes me really sad. So there's that. Benchmade Mini Freek, one that I'd wanted to try out for a long time. The full size was incredible. I was really excited to try out the smaller one, and doesn't disappoint. It's got a little bit more kind of thickness in the hand than like the Bug Out does. But just overall nice design, nice materials, love the pops of color, so that one's new too. Alright, moving along, we have the new wallet. So Willowcraft Goods, someone I've shared on the channel quite a few times, and this one was the Luxe Quick Access, and then he kind of created an even more minimalist version, which is the Velox Minimalist wallet. So, you know, took off the top flap essentially and just kind of created a wallet that has kind of a lot of quick access throughout. But his work is really good. The turquoise and the black here is gorgeous. But, you know, again, moving along, we've got the Sharp by Design 2020 Evos. So this was a knife that you had to essentially pre-order from Sharp by Design. It took who knows how long, 6 months. There were delays because of COVID and other things, but this was my pre-order with the Bowie shape and carbon fiber. Pretty simple, but as soon as this one came in, I knew I immediately had to have another. So he did a drop of some extras that he had ordered like a week or two later, and so I grabbed this all black one here with kind of the Harpoon Tonto-esque tip, and wow, just absolutely incredible knives. These are some of the nicest production knives that I have ever handled. His designs in combination with Riot's production capabilities are outstanding. I mean, there's just riddled with comfortable details, and the action's incredible. Yeah, there's plenty of videos about these knives on YouTube already, but again, so nice. I bought it twice. If that's really any indication of how good, well, it should be the best indication of how good something is when you immediately have to have a second. And thankfully, these two are different enough that I don't feel like there's overlap, so that was certainly on purpose. Alright, we're going to move those amazing Sharp by Design 2020 Evos out of the way. Love them. Alright, second to last, SAVI sent this to me. They're going to be doing a Father's Day sale online coming up soon, and this just showed up in the mail, and they etched my channel name on the knife, which is a nice touch. The SAVI Elementum is, of course, a very well-known, very popular knife, great little design. This is now my third, and it's kind of cool that it's got my name on it. It's got these wood scales. This will be a nice one for the office for me, but again, I don't know, post some Instagram type stuff when their sale goes up. Just a nice thought, and they sent these to a bunch of people, so again, I'm not special in that regard. Alright. Last but not least, the Zero Tolerance 0762. This was a knife that I had very, very high hopes for. Overall, it's a beautiful design, in my opinion. The blue lock bar may have been a little bit much here, but it's actually less vibrant than it appears in photos and video in real life. But yeah, I thought this was going to be a successor to the 0850, which was one of my favorite designs of all time. It has the full carbon fiber frames, it has the sub-frame lock, but it also has that tuned detent system where essentially you have, you know, a ball here on the lock bar to keep it off the blade, and then internally on this side you've got the actual detent bar and detent ball that interact with the blade. So we've got 2 points of drag plus the bearings. Unfortunately, that means that the action is not like the action of ZTs of the last few years. It's certainly different. So again, beautiful design. Love the full carbon fiber frame. Love the sub-frame lock bar. Again, love the design, but just the action isn't quite where I, as an enthusiast, would hope that it would be. So I don't know. This one's also off-center. I tried taking it a little bit. I tried taking it apart, cleaning, I tried to get it centered, just couldn't do it. So at 320, again, there's certainly a lot to like here, but the action leaves something to be desired if you are an action snob or enthusiast, or that really matters to you. So anyways, that is all the new stuff that has not been on video as of late. Again, they were on Instagram, so if you saw them there and you feel like this is repeat, I apologize, but you get what you pay for, which is nothing. So comments, questions, let me know. I will get this uploaded, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.